As Ethereum shot past all-time highs this week, some of its most diehard supporters were surprised with a huge airdrop worth tens of thousands of dollars or even more in some cases. If you missed out on this one, you should probably stick around for some of this alpha, because we got information on one of the next airdrops that could be the biggest in the history of Ethereum, and there's still time to get in. Let's get it. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the Bit Squad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in crypto. If you like money and crypto, then make sure to hit that subscribe button. In this video, we're going to cover some exciting things happening with Ethereum this week. Price of Ether hit new all-time highs recently, and recently has shown some signs of slowing down, but we believe that it will bounce back, with many analysts predicting that $5,000 could just be around the corner. It's not just the price either. The Ethereum community has a lot to be excited about right now. Last week, some of the most hardcore Ethereans were rewarded with one of the biggest airdrops since the launch of the Uniswap token, when the ENS protocol decentralized its governance and airdrop governance tokens to its early users. ENS stands for Ethereum Name Service. It allows Ethereum users to have simple domain names that connect to their wallet address so they can easily remember it, pass it along to friends. There are a number of different organizations that provide this service, including ENS and Unstoppable Domains, but only users who registered through ENS qualified for the airdrop. This launch was celebrated as one of the smoothest, cleanest, and most evenly distributed airdrops in the history of Ethereum. Since there are no VCs backing this project, a significant portion of the platform's funds were allocated for the airdrop and the future treasury, with 25% going to the users in the airdrop, 25% going to the team and other contributors, and 50% for the DAO's community treasury. Users were rewarded based on how long ago they purchased the domain and how long they rented it for. The token was expected to launch somewhere around $10, but has been trading in the range between $60 and $80 since shortly after its launch. Most users got hundreds or even thousands of tokens, which amounted to a 5-figure airdrop for many of them. Some early supporters who had their domain names for many years even ended up getting an airdrop valued at 6 figures. Users will now have the option of selling their tokens, using them to vote in the platform's governance, or delegating them to a trusted member of the Ethereum community to vote on their behalf. The token has held up surprisingly well compared to most other airdrops, and much of this is probably thanks to the even distribution and lack of VC involvement. It's amazing what an asset can do when there aren't any VCs to dump on us, am I right? Don't worry if you missed out on the airdrop, because there are going to be a lot more of these coming over the next few years. Many of the decentralized finance products operating today are going to need to launch a governance token as a defensive measure to keep up with competitors and appease regulators. SEC Chairman Dirty Gary Gensler recently said that most DeFi platforms are not as decentralized as they claim they are. He intends to go after the teams that have centralized governance frameworks. So most DeFi teams will need to launch governance tokens with a fair distribution if they have any hopes of staying out of Dirty Gary's crosshairs. Most of the Ethereum-based applications are going to end up having a token, and many of them are going to be airdropped. Word on the street is that the next big airdrop is going to be from MetaMask. This has been a rumor in the Ethereum community for months now, but after the ENS airdrop, Joseph Lubin, the founder of Consensus, which is the company behind MetaMask, revealed that the Mask token is coming soon. Now, there's already a Mask token trading on a few different exchanges, so they may need to figure out a different ticker to avoid confusion. If you like getting airdropped the latest in crypto and metaverse news, make sure to go ahead and smash that like and subscribe button. But Lubin may have been forced to spill the beans a little bit earlier than he wanted after a CoinDesk writer was trolling Consensus on Twitter for accepting investments from JP Morgan. In response to a DeFi developer who was speculating that MetaMask could be releasing a token soon, CoinDesk writer Andrew Thurman said that a MetaMask token would never happen because JP Morgan doesn't want tokens on their balance sheet, implying the Consensus is essentially controlled by JP Morgan. Isn't he dead? Either way, that's certainly a bold claim, coming from the propaganda arm of the digital currency group, but it quickly provoked an epic response from Joseph Lubin. Here's what he had to say. Andrew, Consensus has thousands of tokens on our balance sheet. Consensus is vigorously controlled by its employees, which includes me, and we are driving toward decentralization of several of our projects. When Mask? Stay tuned. When objective journalism, sir? What a meme. MetaMask is one of the most used applications on Ethereum, so this has the potential to be the biggest airdrop ever. It is not entirely clear when this airdrop is coming or how it will be distributed, but it might be a good idea to use MetaMask's built-in swapper, which is basically a decentralized exchange aggregator like 1inch or BitSwap. This is where MetaMask makes all its money, and a lot of people who are in the know believe that using this service is going to be the key to qualifying for the airdrop. Now the word is out. There's a good chance that we will see some more news on this very soon. A token airdrop is the perfect move for MetaMask. Even though they have a strong user base now, other Web3 wallets are launching with hopes of taking some of the market share. This week, Coinbase announced that its non-custodial wallet is now fully equipped for DeFi and Web3. The Web3 concept is finally starting to catch the attention of the traditional tech world. In a Twitter post this week, Jason Citron, founder and CEO of Discord, hinted that the popular chat application could soon be integrating crypto functionality with Ethereum and MetaMask. Discord has become home to many NFT and DeFi communities as the industry has grown, and there have been a number of security concerns about the centralized nature of the login process. Some projects have had their Discord servers hacked, which allowed imposters to take advantage of their communities by masking announcements in trusted channels. This happened last with Axie Infinity, which has one of the largest Discord servers in the world. Luckily, the team has decided to reimburse anyone who lost money as a result of that hack. It's not clear exactly how Discord will be integrating Ethereum, but allowing for cryptographically projected logins will probably be one of the first moves. An NFT verification process similar to what Twitter is planning is also possible. Most projects use applications like Collabland to prove ownership of NFTs or other crypto assets. But there have been some security concerns with fake applications that phish unsuspecting users. Logging in with an Ethereum account could entirely eliminate these types of security risks. If this approach works for Discord, it's highly possible that other applications and platforms could offer Ethereum as a login option, the same way they do with Google and Facebook. Fortunately, there was a backlash among the gaming community that uses Discord, because many of them have a negative view of crypto and NFTs thanks to FUD media stories about Ponzi schemes and pollution. This announcement received a ton of negative comments from misinformed gamers who have been convinced that play-to-earn gaming is a scam. But sooner or later, they will come around. They'll have to. Their attitudes will start changing very quickly once all their friends are making money playing games, and they're not. Poor boys. This was also a big week for Ethereum staking with the launch of Rocket Pool, one of the most anticipated and decentralized staking services, which allows you to participate in staking on the Ethereum network even if you have only a little bit of ETH. The service was initially scheduled to launch after last month, but was delayed after a competitor discovered a massive bug in the code and notified the team. On Monday, Rocket Pool announced that their rescheduled launch was a success, with even more participation than they expected. Whew. So there you have it. The latest in Ethereum that shows how strong it's going to be for the rest of Q4 and beyond. But that's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out.